Hey, what is going on, all you Fallout fans and amazing people? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a patch 7 preview breakdown. Now, a patch 7 preview was released in the most recent Inside the Vault letter by Bethesda Game Studios, and we're going to go ahead and read that together. So the article starts off, we're going to go ahead and read this preview together. We're going to break it down together, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion as we go along. So with that said, let's go ahead and get straight into this. The article starts off by saying, "Welcome back to Inside the Vault. As Wild Appalachia draws near, we're traveling to the town of Helvita to preview the first seasonal event in Fallout 76, which will be sure to swoo away those winter blues, Fashionat Parade. Next, we're going to share a few highlights with you from Patch 7, which we're planning to release next week." And then it goes on to show this picture here, new seasonal event, Fashionat Parade, along with this description. Each year since the founding of Helvita in 1869, the townsfolk celebrated Fashionat by donning fantastic masks and parading through the decorated town. The festivities culminated by burning off an effigy of an old man winter on the bonfire to signal the end of winter. The townsfolk may long be gone, but dutiful robots have kept the party rolling every year, and they welcome your participation. It goes on to say, Fashionat Parade is a repeatable limited time event quest that will be available for 1 week, starting on March 19th. You and any other dwellers who wish to take part must speak with the Master of Ceremonies in Helvita and then divide and conquer to find and aid the town's robotic shopkeepers in setting up for the annual parade. You and your compatriots will be asked to assist with a variety of party prep duties that may have you stepping on the stage to play a cheery tune, choosing the perfect decorations, or exterminating some buzzing pest, among many other activities. If you find and aid the Protectrons quickly enough, they will be able to march in the parade. Be sure to remain vigilant. Times have changed since the pre-war days, and all that commotion is sure to attract some party crashers. Defend your marchers as they trapeze around town, and then set Old Man Winter ablaze to banish the blitzing cold. Earn some sweet loot, and even claim a festive Fashionat mask of your own. The more marchers who survive the parade, the higher chance you'll earn a mask, some of which are exceedingly rare. Here's a look at just a few that you can get by completing this event. There are many more, and masks can be traded, so put your charisma to the test by haggling with any dwellers who have a mask that catch your eye. Remember, and then it has this picture of the mask, and I have to say that they look pretty cool. I think the mask in the middle on the female character looks the best. The sun face, I don't know why, it just looks like the sun smoked a bunch of crack, and it looks really funny. It goes on to say, remember, no party lasts forever, and neither does the seasonal event quest. Complete Fashionat Parade as many times as you like, grab as many masks as you can, and score new Fashionat themed camp plans before the celebration ends on March 26th. Now, let's talk about this before we move on to the Patch 7 highlights. I have to say that the Fashionat Parade looks like a pretty cool event. I don't mind earning some cool mask, and I like that this event is limited time only, because once you think about it, it's going to bring players together. You know, there's going to be a lot of avid collectors who want to collect all the masks, so we always know there's going to be people trying to do this parade when it first comes out anyway. Hopefully it brings a lot of dwellers together, or a lot of, players together, which I think it will, since, everybody will be trying to collect these masks. The masks are something unique and interesting to collect. They're not these, like little rewards that you see in other games with limited time events. They're really cool, really awesome, mask. Like, they're interesting and unique, and if you look at that photo again, you can kind of see that. But it looks like this event is going to be really fun. It's all going to take place around Fashionat, that event. It looks like there's going to be a bunch of quests, and then if you could manage to, help the robots out enough, they'll march through the town, and the more of them that survive, the better chance you'll have at getting a mask, which is really cool. And I can't wait to see it. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below, the Fashionat Parade event. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to Patch 7 highlights. It says we're gearing up to release Patch 7 next week, and it contains the first wave of Wild Appalachia game content, including the new brewing and distilling crafting systems and quest we've previewed last week, as well as balance and design changes and ton of bug fixes. Full patch notes will be available on patch day. but here are a few highlights we're excited to share with you. And it talks about energy and heavy weapon balance, and those of you who use energy and heavy weapons, you're going to be really excited here. It says, in patch 7, we're making some adjustments to greatly increase the durability of many energy and heavy weapons and increasing their damage so you can take down enemies more easily. Spend less time repairing and more time looting. Here are the details. Energy weapons. For heavy and semi-auto energy weapons, we've greatly reduced the amount of condition damage they take per shot. Your heavy energy weapons should now last 4 to 5 times longer, and semi-auto energy weapons should last twice as long before needing repairing. It goes on to say we've also given semi-auto energy weapons an additional damage boost of 10%, so they'll have a little more bite. Really awesome, really good. Energy weapons broke fast and didn't do enough damage, and they fixed both of those things a little bit, which is really nice. Going on to heavy weapons, it says we reduced the rate of fire, automatic heavy weapons across the board, and increased their damage by 10%. Adjusting these weapons' fire rates gave us more room for damage increase, which will help them punch through armor more effectively without increasing their baseline damage per second too high. Weapon damage for all other automatic heavy weapons have been increased by 10% to 20%. Like energy weapons above, we significantly reduced the condition damage that automatic ballistic heavy weapons take per shot, and they should now last about 4 times longer before they need to visit a weapons workbench. It goes on to say, we know that many of you have also been asking for weight changes for heavy weapons. While we haven't addressed this in patch 7, we do plan on making improvements with a future update, and we'll let you know as soon as we have more details to share. Really nice that they're planning on making weight changes to the heavy weapons in the future. Really nice to see that they're increasing the damage of the heavy weapons as well. They're just making a lot of changes for heavy and energy weapons, and I'm pretty sure those of you who play like that are going to be really happy. So let's move on to camp and workshop budget adjustments in patch 7. We're planning to make adjustments to the camp and workshop budget system that should allow you to build even bigger and fancier wasteland adobes. The amount of budget space that some buildable objects consume, such as turrets and lights, have been reduced, nice, but they have now also have a maximum amount that can be placed in your camp or workshop. The build menu recipe for these objects will show you how many are already present in your camp, including the ones you have stored, and the total amount of each you can place. There are several important aspects of camp and workshop budgets we must keep in mind when making adjustments, including how objects are used by players, overall structure balance, and even game performance. While the above changes aren't a direct increase to budget size, they should give you more overall budget space to build lots of cool stuff, while also allowing us the flexibility to further refine and improve balance and performance. And I have to say that's really cool that they're decreasing the, amount of budget that some items take up, like the turrets and the lights, which probably were the biggest concerns, if you will. I really like having more stuff to build with. It just makes a nicer camp, and I can't wait to see what other stuff they have in the future for, the camp. So it goes on to say camp placement adjustments. Occasionally we bring new content to the game. It may need to be placed somewhere that was previously unusable as a camp location. We can't have camp and quest occupying the same space, and while we do our best to limit these cases, sometimes it's unavoidable. Starting with patch 7 and in future updates, we plan to add a few new non-build zones to the game world that will prevent players from constructing camps in those areas. However, it's possible some players may have already built in these locations locations before they became no-build zones. When this happens, affected players will be notified upon joining a world that their camp can no longer be placed, and they will be given a free camp placement as a result. We don't expect this will impact most players, but we hope this free move will help you find a new home for your home. So I have to say this is pretty interesting that they're going to do no build zones. It's going to kind of give away where the next event or something will take place, but we'll have to see. I'd rather have a no build zone than have somebody have to, replace their camp every now and then, or, replace my camp or move it just because, they add an event or something like that. But I hope it won't affect the game too much. I don't think it will, like they said. I really don't see an issue here. I'm glad to see that there will be no build zones, just so it doesn't affect the game and future content. That's fine with me. Yeah, I mean, there's still going to be plenty of places to put your camp. Fallout 76 is a huge map, but I hope it just doesn't ruin the perfect spots that people find, but I'm pretty sure it will for one or two people, but we'll have to see how bad of an issue it is when it happens. Other than that, I'm okay with the no build zones. Challenge tracking. With patch 7, we want to make challenges easier to keep an eye on as you make progress toward completing them, so you always know when that next reward will be on its way into your pocket. We're adding a new challenge tracking interface to the map, which you can use to quickly access the challenges menu whenever you like. As you scroll through the available challenges, you can now select and add them to the tracker, which will update as you make progress toward completing each one. Additionally, you will also receive a notification in-game whenever you make progress toward one of the challenges you've added to the tracker. And then it says, we'll see you again next week as we cover even more of the new game content we have in store for you in Wild Appalachia. Until then, we'll see you in the Wasteland. I gotta say, I'm happy with the challenge tracking. It's nice that you're just gonna be able to track them on one, like one page rather than have to go to the, challenges and look there. You're just gonna have them like pretty much like little quest bars or quest trackers almost. It's nice that you're gonna be able to track them. Yeah, this patch 7 notes look pretty good so far. I don't see any major concerns with it. I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot more next week, and we'll have to check that out together. I'll probably just do highlights. I don't think I'll go through each and every single one, but we'll see what happens. Patch 7 looks good so far. They're making improvements to the game that are much needed, and I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see the Fastnet Parade, the limited time event, is on the way as well. That looks pretty interesting and fun. It looks different, and I can't wait to play it. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the Patch 7 preview. Are you happy with it? Are you not happy with it? Are you excited to see this content? What do you like about this Patch 7 preview? Remember, this isn't all of Patch 7. They still have more coming. Anyways, I love each and every single one of you. I hope to see you guys right back here tomorrow. But until then, remember to stay freaky. Yeah, bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.